How do you think, Cory, about, you talk about AI competition geopolitically, how do you sort of think about who's ahead right now, if you were asked, US or China?
Oh, absolutely, unquestionably what's going on in the US and the
Why
Biden
is that?
administration. Because there's freedom and creativity and people want to develop here, they want to develop in Silicon Valley in particular. And that's where the smart people are. I mean, you were in the Bay Area for a long time, and I've been there for even longer. And there is so much excitement about AI right now, and it is really a foundational change.
Since you still live there, has that dulled at all in the past 6 months, 12 months, or only still ramping?
It has.
And is it too much excitement? In your view?
Surely
You've seen a lot of these cycles.
There will be busts, but this one really does feel different in that this is a real foundational change in what the technology can do.
And you'll hear, by the way, it's so interesting because you've seen these, you'll hear that, it's foundational, it's paradigm, internet, mobile, AI, you agree with that?
I 100% agree with that, and you're seeing it in the results. One of the differences, AI and machine learning have been around for generations, but the ChatGPT moment was an iPhone-like moment. It was a Netscape browser moment. It really showed us how things are really going to change in the future, and the evolution in the last year is just jaw-dropping. And you mentioned Nvidia earlier. We get results next week from Nvidia, and that's it's going to be really interesting. I really expected them to lower expectations and put a little damp on the fire a little bit last quarter, and they did quite the opposite. And so this could be a really interesting earnings release.
So I'm glad you brought up NVIDIA because I actually am writing about NVIDIA for tomorrow's Morning Brief newsletter. Shameless plug, please subscribe.
That's a must
Yahoo
read.
Finance Morning. It is a must read. But I'll give you a little tease here. Like just looking at how much NVIDIA's data center business has grown and is expected to continue to grow.
Yes.
And I was looking at other companies, right? If you look at other companies that have grown a lot in the past, like Tesla had a year in 2013 when its sales were up 387%, but it didn't even have $2 billion in sales.
Right.
And you're talking about a company that is growing its sales on an annual basis, doubling, tripling, but the sales are in the
really
triple
big
digits.
Numbers. Yeah.
Billions of dollars.
Never seen anything like this.
I mean, has any other company been this big and been continuing to grow by this much?
We've never seen anything like this, ever. There's nothing like it. What's also interesting is that NVIDIA, and we'll see how this plays out, but NVIDIA's also jacked their gross margins. In other words, they're selling everything they make. They're making things as fast as they can. They're inventing and iterating faster than any chip company really has ever. But they're also sticking it to their customers, and they're raising their prices so much.
Successfully.
And successfully, because the old saying used to be, no one ever got fired for buying IBM. Well, right now, if you're building a data center, you buy the NVIDIA chips. It's just what you do, and whatever they're going to charge you, you're going to buy those chips. So it doesn't matter if it's a build out happening with, but again, you have all their customers, many of their customers saying, we're going to start to design our own chips. Now, I doubt that Google, Meta, Amazon are all going to be able to create chips as good and as well as NVIDIA has. It's hard to do. It's the hardest thing maybe that's ever been done. So they might not have the same kind of success. But when all of your customers are trying to invent a competitor to the product that you are selling them, you might want to worry about that. So NVIDIA's, they're making a lot of money, they're taking a lot of profits, and they're innovating at an incredible pace. But their customers don't like paying as much as they're paying.